Welcome back to SnowRunner in the final episode in Michigan, where, as you can see, I gunned it because I was worried it was going to roll. I almost made it. I drove the C70 all the way from where I had it parked here, and then I realized I needed just a little more so I could auto-load 2 consumables, so I drove back, sold the highway tires, and even though I didn't want to, I sold the off-road gearbox I was hoping to put into something that gave me enough money to auto-load. And I bought a repair trailer all the way through town. As usual, getting through this little intersection was some drama after getting stuck in the mud. Finally got unstuck, backed up, got through here, and then backed up and pulled the trailer through. Came through here, and then got the Smithville and got the consumables off at this house. So all we have to do is 2 slabs of materials order, and we're done in Michigan. And as you can see, I rolled the Scout 800 again. I just decided to bite the bullet and spend $2,000 to recover it from Drummond Island, and then drove it all the way down here to give some fuel to the CK, which was stranded, and then drove back, and I almost made it to the fuel station. The idea was that I was going to refill it and then drive it to the garage and send it to another region, and I almost made that, but it didn't work out. Now, the one thing you want to be careful about in a situation like this is don't pull to your right, that will pull you over, so pull in the direction that will pull down on the side of your truck that's up in the air. So we're just going to do this, and we should come right out. Assuming you take the parking brake off. And now, actually no, I should just keep going. I'm liable to get stuck if I stop here. That's not going to work. I mean, realistically, I wasn't really in danger. I had the P16 in the garage. I could have drove over. I just didn't want to. But now that we got that, we'll use the CK to get this trailer out of here. And with that, I've decided I'm not going to bring the twinsteer, because between the fact that it has all-terrain tires and it won't get OHTs until driver rank 8, and the fact that I don't have the engine upgrades for it, it's probably not worth it. I mean, you could argue I could just put 63 all-terrains down and that would work, but it's probably not worth it. At the end of the day, the 2 trucks I'm going to use are the BM17 Royal and the A&K Mark 38. At the end of the day, that's what it comes down to, because I've seen some gameplay. So I've had some things spoiled for me of Almaty, and so at the end of the day, I've come to the conclusion that pretty much none of my Michigan trucks are probably a good idea. So I need the extra power the BM17 Royal will give me. And so we'll just wrap this up with delivering the concrete slabs, and then that's going to be the end for Michigan. I'm going to try and get some fuel to the GMC, that way I at least have 1 truck on this map of fuel that isn't in a situation for later. And then we're pretty much going to call it at that point. Then we'll hopefully, I'm trying to plan it out to where I may be able to do it in 1 episode, getting both the A&K Mark 38, the BM17 Royal, plus 3 upgrades I want to get there, which are are one of the engines for the BM17, the M900 engine, which is the top engine for the P16, and can also be used by the new PLA D450, which is another reason, and then off the advanced special gearbox. And so after that, we should be good. By the way, I also sprung for all-terrain tires on the C70. Maybe not the best. I should have probably sprung for them on the 2070, but it wasn't really available at that moment. So, I justified the flatbed purchase because I can transfer that to another truck. And that other truck's probably going to be the BM17 Royal, so that's kind of how I'm justifying this. But not the best. Materials order will give us 5,000, so that will be more than enough to get a vehicle to the last minute, and then pay for some fuel while we're there. So we should be ready. And actually, now that I think about it, the GMC is only $2,500 for a Convert because it's a highway truck. So, I think we're just going to just do materials order and call it a day. And so our adventure in Michigan comes to close. After I deliver these, I'm going to go rescue the Scout 800, fuel up the C-70 and the 800 and put them in the garage. And we'll be ready to move on. Hopefully this should be enough money to get things going. I may have to do a job or two in Alaska or back here. I haven't figured it out. Because I'm thinking, well, what I guess I could do is I could bring A and K to Almaty first, earn some money, and then that would pay for the BM-17 Royal coming over. And that's probably how I could do it, so I don't have to do any more side jobs. And we are at 7. I've decided after looking at the footage I had, it wasn't going to fit into one more episode, so we were looking at 2 episodes. Plus, I thought I had an idea for a simple job way to get the 2070 out of the pit. And after maneuvering with the wheels, I was finally able to get it unstuck in background. And so, yeah. We're going to try and get out of this pit, and I feel. Why? Well, there's one reason. I'm stubborn. At the end of the day, it comes to that. I'm stubborn. And I don't want to leave this like this. And I figured people would probably be interested if the twinsteer got out of the pit anyway, so here we are. Now you've done it. I was backing up to try. If I had an idea how I could corner. How I could get around this corner by just coming up and around like this. That meant getting up here first. Yeah, looks like I'm spending $8,000 on a recovery, even though I don't want to. And then, yeah, we have that problem. Although, where those trucks are... Honestly, the whole reason I wanted to rescue the 2070 was just so I could take the lightweight loading crane off it. If it hadn't been for that, I probably would have just left it there, honestly. I also had the idea that maybe I should have gone and put all-terrain tires on before attempting the rescue with the GMC, and didn't listen to that idea. Had it backed off the racks, almost free, and then it just slid sideways like this. So I'm going to try one thing, and then we'll probably end the video here. I was hoping to land on tires and then see if I could do something. I suppose we might as well try something with the 2070, since... I mean, realistically, I could just park at the top there with the twin steer and then pull this out backwards. And this mess doesn't matter because I'm not planning on taking the GMC with me. And I think that's what we're going to do. I'm just going to bite the bullet. And that will also allow me to fix this tire. as you can see, that's what happens when you take a shortcut. Now, unfortunately, we don't have $3,500. Fortunately, we have, well, I haven't got it, but I know that the Boulders task just requires 3 service cards, so that's how we're going to get the money to leave Michigan. And as you can see, I had to bring the P60. This is silly. This is totally silly. At this point, the only thing I'm gonna, if I had an extended length winch, I probably could have reached 2070, but at this point it's just about rescuing the twinsteer. Okay, this is what I'm going to call the episode. I'll do the easy money job off screen because nothing should happen. I'll record just in case, but I don't think anything's going to happen. And I'm just going to admit defeat on getting the 2070 out. We got the twin steer out. We got our big trucks. They're just going to the garage.